They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on last year's national champion, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Cowboys will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Boilermakers offense will get the first swing of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game. What players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Stevenson. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So Wyoming's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but it gets...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
They'll give it to him again.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Stevenson. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking for a gap. It's Clark. Got the first down. Looking for more. Touchdown, Purdue! He got a step and just dusted the field. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Dances away to buy time. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Page. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Touchdown, Boilermaker! Special teams
can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Cowboys are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Corrals it at the 45. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Off-play action on 1st down. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Purdue!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. The Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Riggs. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. It is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Boilermakers want to move quickly. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Great job by the back on the option.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Stevenson. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Got a little space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Quick pass and catch good enough for the 1st down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Floating away. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get another score. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Pressure coming. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then, Palmer, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic. And not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Trying to set the tone with the run. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fears the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Motion from the wideout. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. To the air, it's Stevenson. Finds his big tight end. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Clark. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills. And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on touchdown Purdue? And the pummeling has started.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on second down from the 13. Pocket breaking down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. On the option. He'll toss it. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Stevenson. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Cowboys come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes his shot. Right on the money. Flying out to the left. The 10. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Out of the gun, the inside give. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what
breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. And tackled there by the defense. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They're facing a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Great place to start for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The inside handoff. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They're still firing away even with this lead. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one...